They say the Blackwood Pines don't just hold secrets, they hold their breath. It's a silence so heavy it rings in your ears. A stillness that feels intentional. You felt it before. That sudden prickle on the back of your neck, the absolute certainty that something is standing just out of sight, watching you from the periphery. In these woods, that feeling isn't just your imagination. It has a name. The locals call it the Watcher. And once you feel its gaze, the forest belongs to him. In the autumn of 2014, a seasoned hiker named Elias Thorne vanished near the northern ridge. All that remained of his expedition was a weather-beaten diary found tucked into the hollow of an ancient oak. His early entries were mundane, notes on trail markers and weather patterns, until the afternoon of the third day. Elias wrote of a figure, tall, impossibly thin, standing perfectly still against the backdrop of the swaying pines. At first, he thought it was a lightning-struck trunk or a trick of the shifting light. But then, he noticed the lack of texture. No bark, no branches, no movement, just a pale, elongated shape that didn't belong to the natural world. He described the unsettling stillness, even when the wind howled and the surrounding trees bowed under the pressure. The figure remained rigid, a vertical scar against the horizon. By the fourth day, the entries grew frantic. Elias realized the distance between him and the figure was shrinking. Every time he looked away to check his compass, every time he blinked his stinging, tired eyes, the figure moved. It wasn't a walk or a crawl. It was a sudden, jarring repositioning. And then there was the sound, a rhythmic, metallic clicking. Click, click, click. It echoed through the timber, a sound like dry bones snapping or a clockwork mechanism winding down. Elias wrote that the clicking didn't just surround him. It felt like it was vibrating inside his own skull. He tried to run, but the pines felt like a maze designed to lead him back to that sound. Closer, always closer. 6 months after his disappearance, a search party found Elias's camera near a steep, jagged ravine. The footage was mostly corrupted, lost to digital snow and static, but one final frame remains burned into the town's memory. It shows a close-up of the figure, mere inches from the lens. Where a face should have been, eyes, a mouth, a nose, there was only a terrifying, absolute void. A swirling, matte black emptiness that seemed to swallow the light around it. The psychological toll on the community has been profound. People no longer hike the Blackwood trails alone. They don't even look out their windows after dusk. Because in this town, we've learned a hard truth. Once you see the void starts looking back. So, if you find yourself wandering near the edge of the woods as the sun begins to dip, be careful where you fix your gaze. Some shadows are just shadows, but others are waiting for you to blink. If you've ever seen something in the dark you couldn't explain, tell us your story in the comments. Subscribe to Unseen for more accounts from the edge of reality. But for now, listen closely. Do you hear that?